Great, so congratulations on the movie.
Thanks.
First, I just wanted to say, action film with Arnie. I mean, how much of a boyhood dream was that? What was it like as an experience?
It was really, honestly, a dream come true to do an action film with the king of action films. I was very excited. I'm excitable anyway, so you can imagine. But I was a little nervous at first when I met him, because he's done so much in his life, but he's very down to earth and just he's on the set, he's having a ball, and very open and super positive, and it calmed me down just a little. But yeah, it was a dream come true, especially shooting it out with the bad guys, and he's got the machine gun and I'm feeding the bullets. Yeah, that was probably my favorite scene.
I was going to say, not only you're in the action film, but you're actually doing the action
Yeah.
scenes with him. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
that must have been pretty crazy. Just sort of running around doing these, jumping about the place and.
Yeah, I was totally out of character when I were doing the machine gun scene. I wasn't Louis Dinkum. I was me, just so psyched and smiley. So yeah, we had a ball.
Was Arnie a fan of Jackass? Does he know of your work in that?
Yeah, he knows a little. I think his kids liked it a lot, and so yeah, he knew a little of it, which I was really surprised. So,
as far as because I was thinking, obviously you did loads of stunts with Jackass, get thrown all about the place. Does that mean when you do a film like this, they're like, oh yeah, you can do it? You just throw you about the place, quite happy to knock you around, or?
They're like when you do a regular film, the producers. Was the insurance company who's calling the shots, so they just want their movie to come in on time, so they're going to hold you back a little, and but they let me do quite a lot on this film. But on our film, like, we're producing it, so there's nobody to say no. So yeah, I like doing both, but when you're doing stunts on a regular film, you got to be, you have to succeed. All we do is have to fail on Jackass. If we do succeed, we do it again until we get it wrong. But it's a whole different mindset, because I've really, honestly trained myself to fail. So it's a whole different thing.
It's quite a sort of multinational cast, really. You've got like the Americans, you've got the Europeans with Arnie and Peter
Yeah.
Stormare, you've got the kind of Mexican lots of Mexicans in it, and then you've got the Korean director who doesn't really speak much English. Was that kind of hard to communicate? How was that? That must have been quite strange to.
No, I loved working with the international cast. During breaks, I would have a football and I'd be passing football, and the European actors and the Latin actors, they'd be playing soccer or football, as you know. So yeah, everyone's doing their thing, but everyone got along really well. And as far as Kim Ji-woon, and he had two translators, and he's like a Korean Buster Keaton. So even though he's explaining things in Korean, you know what he's saying before they even get through. He's and if there's an action thing, he wants you to fall a certain way, he'll just run and fall. So I ran into a couple of hiccups when, it's Ji-woon or Kamdoknim, which is director in Korean, and I think one day I tried to call him Kamdoknim, and his translator turned around and said, why'd you say that? And I said, what? And he goes, you just called him an asshole. And I don't know, but he thought it was funny.
We were talking earlier about Arnie being like such a huge action icon. Everyone's got kind of memories of watching Arnie films growing up. What sort of stands out to you watching Arnie films when you were sort of growing up, and what?
God, just how larger than life he was and is. I started with the Conan movies and, of course, the Terminator. There's like no one else like him. He's accomplished enough for four people. I like sitting and hearing him talk in press conferences, and when he brought up the bodybuilder Reg Bryant and who he modeled, who kind of inspired him at first. Now when I don't know anything about Reg Bryant, I want to go check on Reg Bryant. Just see what makes him tick.
And what's your favourite Arnie flick and why?
Well, I love Conan because it was the first one that I saw, but I love The Predator. I don't have just one. I mean, he's great in the comedies too. Twins, which there's going to be triplets. So, yeah, I'm just a fan across the board.
With Eddie Murphy as well in triplets.
Yeah, that should be interesting.
And I saw on your Twitter feed you've had some photographs of you hanging out with Arnie. You went buying cowboy boots together and stuff. And what's sort of your best Arnie anecdote from your time with him? What will you be telling your grandkids? And
Just how whenever we go somewhere, he just loves meeting people and talking to people. He's very open and the most gregarious person I ever met. You know, sometimes I want to get in a place and get out. He just takes his time, has a ball. You know, the way he treats people, I think, is the thing that I will talk about.
And also, I've got to ask you your favourite. He's so quoted by so many people. Like, you can go on the internet and just see lists and lists of quotes of like clips of him. What's your favourite Arnie sort of catchphrase?
Of course, "fuck you, asshole" is good, but I don't know. It's not a Tuma or a Duma. He says, "Don't pronounce the T; it's a D." So I.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much for your time.
All right.